Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? A little bit later than normal? Well, kind of honestly, a little bit. Kind of on time, to be honest. Hopefully, everybody is doing well. We're gonna be live for a little while. Of course, Super Chat's in the name of the game. Appreciate all your guys' support. Thank you guys so much. Um, yeah, hopefully, everybody is doing well. Yo, what's up? What's up? MPD, what's up, buddy? What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is staying safe. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like all those good things for me. How's life? Life's going. Life's going. Spend way too much fucking time at work, but you guys understand. Hello from Greece. Appreciate you. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. I'm just posting this to the channel real quick. Just make sure you guys slap that like button. It helps out the streams so much. Did you hear about the Rays? I heard about it. Crazy, I got the news an hour after the shooting. I don't even live in the U.S. Yeah. I talked about it last night. I'm so worried about putting my 2 cents into it. What the thing I will say is, whether you agree or disagree, it's absolutely disgusting what happened. I see people putting his name in their live streams and getting a bunch of views for it. The day that you guys see me ever do something like that, unsubscribe. That to me, that's just awful. Oh, it doesn't justify anything. It justifies, I mean, there's nothing to justify it. There is no reason. Yes, I seen it, MPD. I seen it. Yeah, I seen it. My wife called me when I was at work, told me the beginning portion. So I went to Twitter and I tried to get some news, and it was there. So I seen it 20 minutes after it happened. No chill, how you doing, buddy? Favorite moment ever is McGregor and Cerrone. No chill, no chill, no chill. God damn it. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I hope you're staying safe. Yeah, I hit the dude. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was, again, whether you agree with what he was talking about, that's a different conversation. He was still a dad. He still had young kids, and he wasn't. He was talking. That's the thing. He was talking. Yeah, no, Chelly. I'm not a very political guy, but this one's weird because it's like, no, chill. Think about this, because we do this. We talk. you know, say that we're giving our picks. Someone doesn't agree, and then this happens to us. It's the same thing. Just because it's politics, he's talking. He's asking for people's opinion. Now, no matter disagree and agree with what he's saying, nothing, another topic. Fine. He's still talking. It's I'm not someone that, again, I'm not a very political guy. I don't get lost on words. Exactly, no chill. Again, I'm not someone who gets lost for words, but this has me feeling weird because it's we're allowed to talk. That's what everyone tells us. Freedom of speech. Obviously not. And you guys probably won't see me like this unless, yeah, you probably won't see me like this being kind of rattled. Yeah. And then you see the stuff before, like he's giving shirts out, he's throwing hats, he's talking to people, and then he's talking to somebody right beforehand. While yeah, it's surreal to me because I used to hear Kirk's name a lot because his stuff would be recommended to me when I use social media, especially during the lockdown era. Oh yeah, yeah, dude. No chill. Did you see the MMA Joey thing? No, dude. His last words were mass shootings. That's what his last words were. One second, MPD. If when No Chill replies, I'll answer it. Yes, I spoke so bad about Joey. I got stream taken down for the first time, and I don't regret it. Really? Yeah, for nothing. For speaking. For speaking. And yeah, it. I was live last night. I don't know if there's people from the chat from last night. I can't really remember. I think John was here. Um, yeah, my bad. I had, luckily, I'm in a space where I have a great community, and they had sent me the two people clipped it and sent it to me of Joey talking about it. I agree with a portion of what Joey said about people reposting it and then getting views and all this stuff, but acting like it's this awful thing that it is, but still getting views and all this stuff. But the first thing that he said was fucking disgusting. It was disgusting. Again, if you don't have enough information to understand who he was and what he was doing, just don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't say something because you are a platform right now. You've built it, which is incredible. Whether we agree with or not disagree with what Joey's done, he's built this platform. It's incredible. Don't say don't say stuff like that. I invite so many people. Like, I want people to come on here and talk and tell me their opinions. Dude, it could be like us. Yeah, it could be us. I texted my dad and I said, freedom of speech. Thought we had freedom of speech. That's all he was doing. That's all he was doing. And the point I was making is I had on my Twitter, I had somebody that I've talked to a few times, MMA Jesus, and I'm gonna call him out, and I had to block him. It's the only time in my life I had to block somebody. And he replied on something when I said, dude, you can't say stuff like that. That's not acceptable. And he basically told me that I needed to stop being soft. I needed to smoke up. Yes, Lolita. I needed to smoke up. I needed to move past it. It doesn't affect me. And I said, well, what about his kids? Of course it affects them. And he said, well, they're still rich. They'll be okay. That's fucking disgusting. For one, it affects everyone because it's freedom of speech. No matter what, we are talking about politics, talking about movies, talking about fights, talking about sports, talking about anything. We can have difference of opinions. That's what makes us us. That's what makes us this. That's what builds a community. We can't all fucking agree. Of course, it doesn't hurt to agree on some things, for sure. But it also annoys me how much people are desensitizing to violence. Yeah. Like, you already have people making jokes about, dude. I seen Strickland's video. I didn't necessarily watch it, but I had seen like him talking about it. I hope he was being respectful in it. I hope. Shama, yeah. They're saying shit like freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences. Like, yeah. It's freedom of speech. No, it doesn't give you the right to do this. I think people have been desensitized to gun violence due to all the mass shootings that have been happening. Yeah, I seen that, Lolita. Packers punch Commanders in the mouth. Yes, they did, Mig. Yes, they did. Appreciate you, buddy. He said once he heard he was excited to see. He said once he heard he was excited to see. Who said that? Who said that? MMA Jesus said that? Nah. Really? Dude. Oh, Strickland. That's what it was. You're right, MPD. You're right. It was Strickland. Dude told me, did you see it? I was like, no, but I'm excited. Oh, God. Yeah, like I said, I'm lost for words. It feels weird. I was like, what? Yeah, my wife told me, and I was like, oh, well, how's he doing? She's like, I don't know. We're getting updates. And I was like, hold on a second. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna grab what I need to grab. I'm gonna check real quick, and I'll let you know. And because at that point we didn't know what was going on, and as soon as I pulled it up, I seen what happened, and I called her back, and I was like, nicely. It's worse. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I knew pretty early, and I was like, yeah. Taj, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you. Oh God. Yeah. And then for all the news people to be, say what they said, it's disgusting. There was no way he survived. He did not suffer. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard two things that his family was there, and then I heard another one where they said they had to have an officer go to his house and tell them. So I'm not for sure which is which. Honestly, I always thought that the open outdoors format was dangerous because you let thousands of people in a dense crowd. It was a good possibility. That's the reason most people do it indoors. I mean, I understand, but it should never be like that. You know, it's like, oh, there's a possibility. Some people get outraged. Fine, but we should never be worried about that. Getting heated is one thing. That we should never have to worry about because we're speaking, we're talking about daily shit. I think they were there. They're the family. Oh, God. I heard one thing. Again, I'm not for sure which one was which. Oh, dude, like I said, I got three, and my youngest is young. Not only because of mass shootings, it's just so easy to find videos of, yeah. Remember faces? Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember when I was in high school. Yep. USA's a tree is truly fucked. Senseless killings have become the norm, unfortunately. Do you think Gene Silva beats Volk if he gets the title shot? No, I think Volkanovski's movement could give Gene a hard time. Maybe he could catch him because he has power and, but and then Charlie was talking about the bus thing that had happened, and and I've seen some things be like, well, he was gaining traction. Obviously, he was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and people were listening, and then something ridiculous like this happens, and it's like, how the fuck have you not caught this person? How have you not? Yeah, that's true, but the format is impossible in the U.S. without extensive continuous surveillance. Maybe in a better country. Yeah. Anyways, I can't wait for the Fluffy versus RDR fight. I agree. I'm excited for that fight. Sorry, Taj. It's a topic where I feel weird talking about it, but I feel weird not answering it. I don't want anyone to think I'm just ignoring it because it doesn't deserve to be ignored. This was a deep state. Flanker, it was a weird one. It's always a lone wolf scenario. Yeah, it was a weird one today. I think we're gonna have a weird next couple of days, honestly. Who should the Romo if he fight if he doesn't get the title shot? Mobzar. Yeah, I don't know. It upsets me a lot because it's like if I said, hey, we're gonna go to this like theater and we're gonna have open format, we're gonna talk and stuff like that. That can happen to me. We're talking. We can disagree. We can get heated, but we're adults. There might have been a second shooter, but the first shot hit. Yeah, and that we may never know. I won't ever watch the video. I've heard multiple people tag me and send it to me, but I can't watch it like that. Yeah, don't watch it, Taj. Don't watch it. It makes me sad, too sad rather, not talk about it anymore. I feel you, Tristan. I think Bernie Sanders put it better than expected. If you are silencing someone, you aren't proving him wrong. You are just proving that you cannot convince people otherwise. Yeah. And somebody came out today when Matt Walsh was talking. You're to disagree with what his opinions are. I'm just saying what he said about it. And he said that somebody was like, oh, yeah, well, now we can have a conversation. That's what was said after this was reported. And he goes, now? That's what he was doing. What do you mean, now we can have a conversation? That's what he was doing. What? This is the way they shut down anyone who doesn't go along with the narrative. Exactly. And who's broadening, not the word, that's not the word. Who's gaining ground and getting attention. You have freedom of speech, but only if you believe what we believe. If you fight the narrative, so much money has come into Dave Martinez and not it's 50-50. Is Rob Font really done? I don't know if Rob Font's done. I like David to win early. When you tear out, you're only telling him that you fear what he might say. Dude, that's fucking perfect. Yeah. It's 50-50 now, I meant. Oh, yeah. I got it on good odds. Mini quote of that sort, yeah. That's a great quote. That's beautiful. That's exactly, yeah. That's exactly it. You know, and we have the bus thing. We had that yesterday, and then we have 9/11 today, and it's like, yeah, yeah. Damn, I didn't know fucking Nocho got his stuff taken down. Taj, crazy stuff, yeah. It's sickening. It's sickening. It's sad. It, yeah, yeah. It's just like what do you supposed, you know? I don't know. I don't know. It makes me sick. Oh, they did take it down? Yeah. That's respectful. And again, they weren't putting an episode out there to necessarily make fun of him, but I that's respectful, I think. Sure. Okay. Smells like, well, I, the one I had seen, a Charlie preach salvation for all through grace and not by the Ten Commandments, which means heaven is possible for all people. Yeah, it's yeah. Anyone who's watched an actual long formed type of conversation, not just snippets, they understand and they know what they've seen him talk about. We're making a joke based on him in an episode, they took it off air. Yeah. Which it wasn't in like they didn't like him type of thing. It was just in South Park. Yeah, Flinker. They talked to an FBI guy, and he said that the way that he was able to go, do it, get up, leave, no normal training type of person can do that. Oh, life. He was alive. This was a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago. This episode came out. Charlie knew about it. He reacted to it. It's on his channel. So yeah. Yeah, it was a while back. Yeah. Even if Mobzar beats Lerone, they might not give him a shot. That's fair. Yeah. He, like I said, on his channel, on Charlie's channel, he talked about it. I think he watched it and commented on it. So yeah. Well, it's just like, you have the JFK stuff, 63, I believe. Where 62 years later, this bullshit is still happening. Agree to disagree with what is the conversation point. The same thing still happened. They discovered life on Mars too. What? Mobzar might be vote toughest fight at 145. I agree. Yeah, Lolito. But I didn't. Hernandez, KOing Hooper. You got CDF or Hernandez this weekend? I have Hernandez. I have Hernandez early. I don't like that CDF gets hurt sometimes in his fights. And Hernandez seems on a roll right now, 3 in a row. It's exactly what that is, Rays. What's up, Aaron? Aaron, I'll run. It's 11:53. It's exactly what it is. Is Dober still in the UFC? Yeah, he has a fight coming up, I believe. I think he's fighting. I think he's matched up with somebody. Drew Dober. Oh yeah, the guy that got submitted by BSD. October 18th. Didn't take much time off, did he? NASA rover found signs of microbialic life that has existed on Mars in the past when they had a more Earth-like climate. Oh, okay. Will Mike Tyson fight in future? No. I think he's doing a Floyd fight, but no. Dude, Dober is taking no time. KO, or I guess doctor stoppage. 2024, but he was hurt. July. I guess a year later. I don't know. Sam Hughes is ranked 19 in the strawweight division. Okay. I like Sam, but I don't know. If she starts finishing people, like adding some submissions and stuff, it could change it a little bit, I think. I'd go as far as saying that all mass shootings in the U.S. were orchestrated by the same group of corrupt maniacs. No, I did have an amateur fight, but I'm not, no. Mike fighting Floyd, yeah, in an exhibition, yeah. Yeah, Flanker, it's a weird one for sure. Best for ranking after top 15? I don't know if they are. Dober once said Islam's squeeze is out of this world. I believe that. I like Tapology because it has everything lined up perfectly. Odds and stuff are typically off, but I do like it. Matt Shapiro also had similar issues as Charlie Kirk, but he always went indoors. Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Charlie with that is I don't know if he could have had as much people. And I think he wanted as much people as he could. And again, to his credit, this type of thing shouldn't be possible. You know, Tapology asks you a bunch of info. No, I don't think so. What do you think about Andrew Tate as a fighter or kickboxer? Overrated. What is the best to use? Probably the UFC. Again, I like the layout of Tapology, just some things are wrong. I don't think necessarily Ben's lame. I'm not into politics or anything like that, but what I have seen, the certain small amount that I have seen, I mean, he talks, I don't know, talks with facts. I don't know, But what is the best use for rankings after top 15? Oh, after top 15. Tapology. I thought you were saying before, through the top 15. Tapology. You can see more people. He was the last guy who talked to Charlie. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. This is from everyone in the political circle. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's, yeah. How come they didn't predict this incident? They know where bad guys are on other continents, but they didn't predict this? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll go down this rabbit hole, Flanker. How come this is the one university where it has to be on a lower level because of the waterfall, and then directly in front of it is other buildings, and then somebody's able to get up there and do this because that's what happened. It wasn't leveled. Charlie was lower, which gave a direct line. I think Santino Luna versus Quan Lee is going to be a banger this weekend. I think so too. I think Luna wins, but it's going to be good. How tall is considered tall for a man? I am 6 feet, and how tall are you? I'm 5'10". I'm not 6 foot tall. I'm 5'10". They asked me to join and stuff, and I didn't want to join. I just wanted to look upon info. Oh, okay. And the AG had no idea. Yeah. Also, there was like 6,000 people, I guess, who signed a petition for him not to come to Utah. Okay. Again, if there is worry at all, why are we not canvassing more? And why are we not? It's a lot of people anyway. There should be more people watching this. There should be more. Didn't have a secret service, so that presidential level service is impossible. But then Trump too almost got exactly. And he did. He had two people that always went, at least two side by side, two that was with him every time anywhere he went. Two of his own people. What is Mario Batista most realistic way of beating Umar? Decision or KO? Well, I think the only way he beats Umar is by KO. By finish. I think Umar wins that fight, but if Batista's going to win, it's going to be by finish. Yeah, it smells weird, Lolita, and they haven't found it. What? What? Been planning this professional job? Yeah. Well, that's even what the FBI guy was saying, because nobody is going to be able to get directly on the roof, lay down, do it, get up, walk off, get out, and get away. That's just, no. What if Corey stuns Marab and KOs him? He has no power. That won't happen. 5 minutes after he got shot, Israel Prime Minister tweets about it. Some shady shit going on. Really? Yeah. I didn't know that. That's weird. People saying it came 2 days after Kirk criticized Israel, so it's fishy business. I don't know, though. Could be anything. Like I said, he had just talked about the bus incident that had happened, and quick catch him with the flying knee. That good old flying knee of his. Ben's face switched up once Charlie talked about, yeah. Exactly, flanker. The only thing you can hope is that his business, like his company, the people that has been around him for this past however long, the newer people, the older people, of course. How do you keep it going? That's, yeah. Yep, it's the fear now. Hey, everyone can have free speech. Say whatever you want, unless we don't like it. Cody should throw some spinning elbows like Lerone. Yeah, I still don't think he has the power for that, but sure. Jake Shields is a good follow. He's doing a good job of exposing the evil out there. You know what? That type of stuff that he's doing is very good. There's something he was doing that I did not like, but I've seen that stuff. I really liked that. I really liked that. No, he just got more people to be supportive of Turning Point USA. Why do you think Trump won? It helped, but Gene Silva by extreme autism. Fair. That's fair. Again, I'm sorry for the downstream. It just it's something that we. I think we need to have these types of conversations sometimes. I think the discord and the difference of opinions and stuff like that, it needs to be put out there. therapeutic to talk about it. Yeah, at least for me. Yeah, me too. Who got more CTE, Bryce Mitchell or Antonio Brown? Antonio Brown. We still have Ben Shapiro. Yep, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles. There was somebody else too. Oh, Matt Walsh. Um, there's some people also that worked with them. Candace, we have still. It's just, even if you disagree with what they're saying, they're talking. They're inviting the conversation. Wait, which state you from again? I'm from Indiana. And they made sure a lot of people saw how, yeah, 100% flanker. 100%. It should be, is from the older generation. Okay, that's fair. Vivek too, yeah. Fuentes. Ooh, I think my wife, I think he did a short today. Talk about, he said it beautifully, what happened. HBO was about the age of Charlie yesterday when Charlie contacted him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I think he said he contacted him when he was 16 or 17. So he's known him a really long time. Ben's the one who got him in the front door, helped him a lot. Fresh out of high school, yep. Yep. Yeah, we actually had somebody close to us say that the earth is better now. It's gross. He's an odd character. It's gross. I guess there's been a few people that have said stuff like that. You should be fired. You shouldn't keep your job saying something like that. That's crazy. It's crazy. Like super smart? Yeah, super smart. I don't wish death on anyone, even those I despise. Yep. Yep. Some Matt guy celebrated like the next instant after you. That's disgusting. I guess Parker and Dean were, or Parker was there, and Dean was live, and then he found out what had happened, and even those guys were like, "Oh shit!" Like, I'm sorry. That's awful. It's on camera. I seen some, just like the thumbnail of a dude with a beard and a mustache, like and then a couple, like 3 goals, celebrating. How the fuck are you celebrating this? Dean cried live on stream. I watched it. Damn. No. Tosh. Tristan, yeah, the Contender Series was incredible. It was incredible. It was so good. Even the decision fight was so good. Okay, I think let's steer away from this conversation and let's talk about some of your guys' fondest memories of. Ooh, favorite prospect? The guy that, what's his name? Sanchez? That might not be right. Well, let's see. Let me see. Yep, Samuel Sanchez. That guy. Holy crap. Was that guy fun? Wow. I think Kirk was supposed to debate next week. Oh, man. Was exposed paying their star player through a bullshit charity donation. Damn. What do I know about tennis? Nothing. Nothing. Nope. 8 and 9. Okay. Yeah, he's with Parker. You don't know the name of a single player. I know the one that is like the greatest. I don't remember his name, but I know of him. I can't remember his name. Federer. I know that. Yeah. Laren Douglas. What? Am I fucking spacing? Oh yeah, that was sick. Holy shit, was that sick? The hell did that come from? Federer, yep, Nadal, yep, the last one's who I was thinking of. Yeah. He's the one who was actually the GOAT. Yeah. You give Taboya any shot to be any shot to beat Canelo or Bud in boxing? He talking reckless about knocking the Bud out? Yeah, hell no. Absolutely not. They would school him so bad. You see, Taporia has an interest in running for president of Spain. Dude, you gotta focus on fighting. If you're not gonna focus on fighting, you gotta retire. It's all in or all out. You can't be halfway in. Anything that makes this place better, this country better, or any other country better, is this world better, do it. Do it. Serena Williams, yep. I don't know Maria. I know Venus because it's her sister. Yeah, that Douglas destruction was crazy. Crazy. Nadal should run for president of Spain. Okay. He ducking Patty. I always thought that fight would be fun. Did you see Taporia has an interest of? Oh yeah. Sorry, he retired, so he got nothing to do. That's fair. Charlie Kirk got shit. This sucks. What the fuck is this world coming to? It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. You know, yeah. Patty or Gaethje? Patty. Appreciate you. Smack that like button. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Super chats, of course, on the name of the game. Islam or JDM? Islam. It's not like a lock, but Islam. Pereira or Ankalaev? Pereira. I think it's gonna be a tough fight. I think it's gonna be back and forth, but I think Pereira will be a little bit more output than he did last time, a little bit more intensity. I think he wins. Patty finishes Justin, in my opinion. I agree. The fight I want to see the most right now, which is the same division as Patty and Arman. I want to see the most right now is in the same division as Patty and Arman. Oh, I agree. I agree. Both guys, terrible striking defense, but both guys really good on the ground. Really good. And Patty's way bigger than Arman. After Islam and Jack, I agree. I agree. Arman and Hooker is good. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. For sure. For sure. I think Hooker can do good on the feet, but I think Arman beats him up on the ground. I don't trust Hooker's takedown defense or defense on the ground at all. Pereira wins. Do you think he'll go to heavyweight? I think honestly he would defend his title before he does that because that's just who he is. I think then he would do it, or even fight Hamza. I don't think he would fight Hamza, but I'm here for whoever he wants to fight. Tom or Volkov 2 is also good. I agree with that. Patty versus Hooker would be a banger fight. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Again, I think Hooker would get smashed on the ground, but on the feet, it's always going to be fun. Not Patty or Arman. Arman. Or no, I mean... I'm probably going to say Patty. Got to be honest. Yeah, I think Patty. Taporia said he would be open to run for president if the people of Spain wanted it. That's crazy. I mean, good for him. I mean, again, if he's going to do it, it's all in or all out. I mean, that's what it is, you know? Fuck. Volkov to. Oh. So who would want Aspinall fight after Gone? There's nobody left. Don't tell me Lewis. I mean Almeida. If unless Jones is back, if Jones is back and wants to fight, it'll be Jones. Lewis would be interesting to watch too, honestly, 100% because he throws bombs. Lewis said he's going to ground and pound his wife. He ain't looking for no title fight. Yo, Islam versus JDM. Who do you have? Islam. I think he submits JDM. I would say submission or decision. Double chance on FanDuel. You see the video of the heavyweight kickboxer taking down Aspinall? Rico Van Hooven? Hooven? I think Van Hooven? Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. To be fair, Tom had boxing gloves, so it's hard to defend takedowns that way. Yeah. I could see Islam win via darts. Dude, me too. Do you think Ilya can beat Crawford in boxing? No. 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 There is levels. Levels. No. Does he have the power? Sure. But I don't think he has the boxing. To be honest. Levels. Yeah. I'm so excited for that fight. Most media is saying JDM wins, but the betting says Islam is favorite, so I'm confusing what is the majority opinion. I think Islam wins. I think if JDM had big power, it changes things because Islam gets hit. But JDM doesn't have like the biggest power. He has great combinations. He's a good boxer, but I like Islam's chances in that fight. Boxing president. Who has better boxing, Jack or Ilya? Ilya. Because he has great boxing and he has the power to stop it, you know? Oh, Jake Paul would probably beat Taporia in boxing. No, that I disagree with. I think he has enough power to beat Jake Paul. Same as like Gervonta Davis. I think he has enough power to beat Jake Paul. Gervonta Davis has disgusting power. Francis or Lewis? Well, they fought and Lewis won. You think Ilya can become champion if he switches to boxing? No. No. No, 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 no. Jake Paul lied to everyone saying he was going to do MMA. Yeah, he's not doing that shit. Why you think Patty beats Armin? Well, I don't trust Armin's striking defense, and I think Patty's big, and when he gets fighters on the ground, he shows how big he is there and how he knows how to use that frame. And yes, Armin I think is a better scrambler, but like I said, because of the size difference, I really really like Patty in that matchup. Better boxer? No. Oh, better boxer? Probably Francis. I don't think Lewis would be a great boxer. To be honest. Yeah, I never thought Jake was going to do MMA. Never. Never thought that. Francis or Ilya? Ilya. Wilder beats Francis in boxing, in my opinion. It all depends on who hits who first. If Wilder can't find his distance and Francis can hit him, then Deontay is losing. Because remember, Wilder's chin's not great. So it literally depends on who can hit who first. Well, yeah. Do you think Vadim Nekov can have a chance versus Francis? Vadim Nekov? It depends if he can grapple. Again, if he gets hit by anyone that gets hit by Francis, you could be in trouble. Wilder's 39 years old. Yep, he'll be 40 this year. Yep. Francis, I think, is 39 as well. I think he's born in 86, so that's 39. He'll be 39 this year. Honestly, I don't know if we'll see him again. Sorry for my broken English, but my favorite moment in MMA is Izzy KO Poetan. I can't believe it. I agree. That was so sick. So sick. And again, Poetan's awesome. Izzy's awesome. Francis is 39. There you go. Yeah, I think Wilder will be 40 this year, and Francis, yeah, he's 39. Is Crawford a good bet to win? Has he ever been an underdog? I'm sure he's been an underdog. I like Crawford to win. I think he wins. I am an Islam fan. I feel extremely relieved when Dustin tapped to Islam. Yeah. I thought it was sick on how he got it there. And those are the things why I think he beats JDM. Those things right there. Don't worry about broken English. No, you're good. Again, I'm probably going to have to put out a video, I guess Saturday before I do the fights to come to the live stream just to make sure we can maximize everyone coming to the live stream. But yeah, I'm going to be live for Saturday for the boxing Bud and Canelo fight, not the whole card, but that fight. And I'm going to be live for UFC Noche in Texas. I'll be live and we'll talk. I'll be live for the whole thing. Bud win, become 3 times undefeated and undefeated. I think he has more than Canelo. I'm not for sure on that. He'll probably retire, honestly, if he wins. Why does boxing do bigger gate than UFC still? Do you think Dana is holding back UFC? Not at all. I don't think Dana is the issue at all. I just think it's a bigger gate. There's more money in that. It's been around a lot longer. Is English only? Yeah, it's the only thing I speak. Prime GSP or Usman, would it be competitive? No. GSP all day. If Conor wins one fight due to his hype, he may get a shot. That's possible. I still like when Canelo cusses in English. Hilarious. Yeah. Like he does not do stadium fights. Yeah. I'm sure technically it's a lot harder than we realize, and that would be why. Hello? Appreciate you. If Conor wins a Conor comeback due to his hype, may get a title shot, I don't want to ever see him fight again. But yeah, boxing is more popular than MMA. I don't think it's more popular. That's not what I'm saying. I just think there's more money in it because there's bigger pockets in it, if that makes sense. It's not really a reliable sport. I refuse to believe Topuria, Makachev, or even Chimaev won't sell a stadium. No. It's not about that. If they for surely would sell it. There's something about it he's always not liked. So something's hard with it. So I don't know. Hooker would KO McGregor, in my opinion. I don't know because Dan is very hittable and Conor still may have power. So that's I don't know. He just does not want to lower than ticket price. I mean, maybe, but there's probably something more to it. What do you think would win? Who? What you had for dinner? Nothing yet. A stadium, I would worry about terrorists. Yeah, yep, that's something there too. They should do a UFC special event at the Coliseum. That'd be sick. Or from mountains. Top four. What? He does not want to manage 50K people when he would get some same for 25 people. Fair. What I had for lunch? Um, I don't think I ate lunch. I don't remember. Who do you think would win between Ilya and Makachev? I always thought Makachev would win, but that's a tough one because Ilya has the power to make Makachev pay on mistakes. Boxing is not reliable because why? More money for sure. Because it's a little corrupt. It's been for years. Ryzen and MMA promotion in Japan does 80K every Christmas. Yes. Yes. What I had for breakfast? Last night's dinner. They should make the fighters wear gladiator gear. No, there's a place where you can do that, where you can watch that. Are you a fighter? Tell me a UFC fighter who you can beat. I'm not a UFC fighter. I had an amateur fight. Who I could beat? Weston Wilson. Kind of reminds me of all those Jesus jocks that got all hard and bloated when they got older. Yep. Yep. What was last night's dinner? Rice and chicken. Yeah, I remember the whole Zuckerberg Musk ordeal. Yeah, I remember that. Hello. Appreciate you. Bravely Martin. I mean, maybe, but the game has to move on. Yeah, I think there's a lot of like, not necessarily political stuff in trying to do like a stadium. But again, Dana's always not really wanted to do one of those things. Okay. Out of Risen 15-0. I don't know who that is. UFC has to do a stadium events like WWE or boxing. Maybe. Musk said he would sit on top of Zuckerberg. That's crazy. I have no idea who that is, Rays. No idea who that is. Again, UFC White House would make a UFC 10 times more reach. That's possible. It's not a person. Oh, I don't know what it is. Heck, even 100 times reach. Okay, that's fair. Again, of course it would reach, but if he doesn't want to have to deal with all the the signatures, the paperwork, all that stuff, because it's probably a fucking hassle. All the stuff you have to get approved. Those are all the things that might not be great. Oh, okay, Tristan. Historical European martial arts. Okay. You think wrestling-based fighters are making UFC boring? No. Corey or Marab? Marab. Who do you think of fencing? I don't know. Because most countries would do news on it. Really? Okay. That's a good point, Loner. That's a good point. It's night combat. Yep, how fun to watch. Yeah, I'm not too much into that. Even sometimes I'll watch kickboxing. I'm like, can you shoot a takedown, please? That'd be great. I like those possibilities. I like seeing people make adjustments. It's the same thing with football. Okay, these guys are up doing well. What are they going to do in the second half? What adjustments are they going to make? Need an article that said Dana had a 25 million gambling debt. I seen that. I don't know how true that is because Dana's always winning money. I don't know. How long has been boxing and WWE around here still? They never got that. Boxing WWE around here still. They never got that. Yeah. Imagine if UFC does that, it proves a point. Sure. You think Makachev winning his next fight? Yes. Yes, I do. 25 million, and he pays some fighters 10K. Yeah. Again, the whole pay thing, people are probably not gonna like what I have to say about that. You know, we got to make some paper this weekend. I know, Che. I hope you do. You watch MMA or UFC? That's my whole. I have a channel. This channel is that. Yes. Yeah, you're not gonna like what I have to say about it. My thing is they have 3,000 fighters. You have to have levels. If you want you want to make more money, you want a better contract, fight out your contract and make more money. You have to have a base. You can't pay 3,000 people $100,000 every single time they fight. That's crazy. But if they fight out of the contract, okay, just fight more. You want more money? Go get it. 10K is nothing when they finish with all their expenses. I agree. I always say take short notice fights. Fight as much as you want. You will get paid. Mental, though, people crash in full night armor. Yes, it is. Mortgage on Kelvin Gastelum and Gene Silva parlay. I think Dustin Stoltzfus wins. I don't think Kelvin wins. Even though I seen a video today where Kelvin said if he loses, he gets cut from the UFC, he thinks. Again, I agree with that, but I don't see him. He didn't look good against Pfeiffer, and I know Dustin's not that fighter, but I just like the ability of Dustin to grind out positions. I think he's very chaotic. I like Dustin Stoltzfus. UFC take 90% fighters on card, take 7 to 10. Boxers take 80 to 20 promoter. UFC champion should get at least paid $5 million minimum. I don't think there's that money, to pay. Because yes, the gate in the UFC makes this, but they have to pay everything. I don't think it makes the same as boxing, so it's a little weird. Kelvin can go 3 rounds solid, though. Maybe. We haven't seen him fight somebody like Dustin Stoltzfus, who can grind out rounds and go hard. He might not be a great striker, but Rozabayev, he went to war with. I don't know. I don't know if Kelvin can do that. More popular going to 10. That's fair. That's fair. And some of those guys, they do make a lot of money. But not every guy can make a shitload of money unless you're fighting out your contract, unless you're taking short notice fights. Best boxer and grappler in the UFC ever, pound for pound. Best box is probably Max Holloway. Grappler. God, I don't know grappler wise. I mean, you probably say Charles because he's the most submissions of all time. Probably have to say that. But Chimaev and DDP decently made around $55 million all over. Chimaev got paid only $3 million and DDP $3 million. Again, like I said, yes, they get paid $55 million, but there's all the other expenses. They're paying the venue price. They're paying the taxes afterwards. They're paying wherever they were at. They're paying Chicago, obviously, but taxes. They're paying the managers, not the managers, but everybody that works for the UFC with the taxes and all these things. It's not just like they get paid $55 million. Okay, pay your fighters because they don't get all of that money. Best chin ever, Gastelum. Hamzat in an interview said a more than UFC purse. Fair. Also, you know that. No, I do not. Loner. But it's about 12:32. I gotta make dinner. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I really gotta make some dinner. I'm getting a little hungry, but I appreciate you guys so much. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow. Let's get to 6 supercars over years. That's crazy. Rich Muslims love the UFC fights. Do you know? No, I do not. No, I do not. But I do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate you. Have a good one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lolita, thank you for being here. Loner, thank you. Tristan, thank you. Ray's, thank you. No Chill, thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys so much. Stay safe. Peace.